I'm Gabriella. I am the communications and marketing intern with Danceability, and my role today is to speak with you about your work as a special needs lawyer and to get to know more about your experience.
Great, Gabriella, happy to help. So good.
So let's just start off with a brief introduction. Can you tell me a bit about you and the work you do with the special needs community?
Sure. So I'm an attorney, and I've spent much of my practice, or my whole practice, is really dedicated to estate planning, which is helping families deal with what happens when somebody passes away and how the money gets distributed. And certainly, many families have children with special needs, so that always presents a special opportunity or special challenge for the family to do estate planning, and that's really where I've been working for many years, decades now, helping families deal with these types of issues. So
Where did you find your passion or your start in this field?
that's, as an attorney, which I've been doing this now since the late '80s, which probably makes me feel very old to you, Gabriella. So, so I enjoy helping families deal with these issues, and find great reward, especially in the special needs area, where families have when they have special children that they got to make sure they want to take care of in the right way and still protect their ability to get governmental benefits. There's really two things that come up quite frequently. One is the overall estate plan. So when somebody is structuring their estate plan, either the parents of the child or the grandparents of the child, they want to take care of them. They got a special kid. They want to make sure that there's going to be money to take care of their needs going forward. It's for many, it's a highly emotional issue, and it's something very important to them. They spend a lot of time and money and their own resources through the years doing this. So they want to make sure that they have a will or a trust that does that. There are certain types of trust. Special needs trust is what they're frequently referred to, either a first party or a third party special needs trust, that can be structured to allow the beneficiary of the trust, namely the special needs kid, to receive benefits from this trust for the rest of their lifetime. And then either the grandparents or the parents leave money to the trust, and it's for their benefit. And the primary purpose there is that the beneficiary of that trust can then still receive governmental benefits. So that can include health insurance, that can include any other governmental benefits that they may not be eligible for if they ended up receiving an inheritance. So that's really where the special needs trust fits in. And, that's something that I, have been doing for many years for families, and it's very important for them as to structure it as part of their plan. They can either do it in the will, they can do it in a separate trust. These are the types of decisions that can be made. But that trust work is a very important component for their plan, and that's something that I think most people who are worried about how they're going to take care of their kids when they're not here, because that's really what the estate plan is for. That's where the trust can fit in. So that's one of the things that I've been able to help families with for years, structure it. I've seen some of these trusts have come into fruition, and they work just fine. They work very well for the families, and can be very rewarding for the kids that need it. So.
Wow. So in many ways, you're helping to ensure, people's future, and that they can keep living, the way they need to. That's incredible.
That's what that's really when people are setting up their estate plan, they're worrying about the future. They're worrying about the future of their children, wherever their children are, whatever their children's needs are, whatever their children's abilities are. They want to make sure that they take care of that as best they can. So that's really where the estate planning component comes in. And another thing that's also very important for families we have young kids who are then reaching the age of majority. So these are kids who have been living in their house. The parents have been taking care of them. When they become 18, by law, they're now emancipated. They've now reached the age of majority. But for many families, their children aren't able to make the needed decisions, needed healthcare decisions, needed financial decisions, won't be able to run their own checkbook, won't be able to write checks, pay bills, same things that a lot of kids are able to do. So in that context, there's a guardianship that's available under New York state law Article 17A guardianship, where the parents can apply to the court and become the legal guardian. Because they're the legal guardian for their kids when they're under 18. Once they're over 18, they're no longer the legal guardian because their child is now of age. And then they can help the parents guide their child through decision making, both financial and healthcare going forward. So.
Yeah. How has this career path impacted your life and your perception of, the world?
I think the career overall has been one which I've enjoyed greatly. Really helping families has been my passion, has been what I've done for my for my whole career. In terms of the world, I think there's a lot of really good people out there, especially people who have children they want to take care of, and this gives me the opportunity to help them.
What do you wish people knew about this type of work? What goes into this? What's the commitment?
Like anything that's important, anything that's rewarding, it takes a lot of expertise. You gotta be dealing with, families need to be dealing with the right person in order to make sure that what they're doing is correct and is done in the best way possible for their family. So.
I totally agree. Do you have any stories or experience that really shaped your role or the way that you approach this work?
I think the most important stories are when these wonderful families come, these parents who have spent so much of time and effort with their children and with their children who have special needs, and trying to make sure that they're going to be able to navigate their way in the world and be able to do so with whatever benefits might be available to them from the government. And the parents certainly want to take care of them in terms of their legacy that they leave. And I think it's can be very rewarding for them to know they're doing the right thing for their kids. And that's really probably been the most impactful thing. I think you use the word impactful thing for me, is to see the families do it the right way and feel good about that. So.
Yeah, so obviously, this is your profession. This is, somewhat of a business transaction, but have you had any, long-lasting personal relationships that have stemmed from this work?
You know what? Many personal relationships have gone on for years and years with families who have who start as clients and they end up as friends.
How can people in need of your services reach you?
Sure. Well, my name's Jeffrey Katz. I'm from the law firm of Katz and Baehre, and quite candidly these days, find us on the internet. But obviously my office is 8604 Main Street, which is on the borderline of Williamsville and Clarence. My phone number is 633-3363, and I'm happy to help any parents who face these challenges, and certainly just answer their questions and see whether there's any legal work that I can do for them. That's what I do, and certainly happy to help and work with the I guess we want to call it the special needs community, or parents of kids who have special needs.
Well, thank you so much for your answers and for your time.